This is episode 220. The nurses called it headbanging.
We'll say this episode is brought to you by Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, why not? All right, it's the Tone Control Nerds back in true form.
Mm-hmm.
See you in there, folks. I don't know. It's like
good luck with this one.
Yeah. Oh, yikes. And here it is. Welcome to the Tone Control, the home of the tone. And my co-host is back, and he's no longer a sweatshirt.
Correct.
And also, wife is here. She wanted to pipe in here. The dogs came out with her. Wife wanted to pop in and say something. What's up?
We're all very excited.
Okay.
You have a baby, Derek. Did you know? Did you know that you have a baby?
Yeah.
You have one.
Yeah.
You have one. Can I see
it's
him?
Cool. He's cool.
Can you see? Is he
He's
awake?
downstairs.
Can you go get him?
No.
Can I just want to see him for a second, please?
All right. Well,
I don't
Can
think.
you get? You know what? I can't
He's a
take
newborn.
it. I can't take it anymore. I'm coming over.
She's coming over.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
Okay. I think she started the car.
who wants to tell her that, like, we live like many hundreds of miles away?
My phone is incapacitated because I use it as a camera. So
Oh, okay. I mean, I can text her, I guess.
you could text her. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe she's just excited.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I took matters into my own hands. I got him.
Did you run here?
I sure did.
Did you at least let the dogs out?
Yep. It's okay. Everything's fine now.
Justin wants to know if you let the dogs out.
No, that's your job. I'm the baby whisperer.
Oh my God.
I'll see you in like a week, okay?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Hi, Beth.
All right. I mean,
Yeah. Hey, congrats, Beth.
Thank you.
Sort of our first time really talking here in a minute.
I know, right? I've seen glimpses of you on the phone.
oh, yeah, on FaceTime.
I'm loitering.
It's okay. You can loiter.
Introducing.
This is Jackson.
This is, Jack Attack over here. He's a baby. Welcome to the Tone Control,
A
baby.
real one.
He's gone to sleep.
He's a little awake.
He's pretty awake.
He's giving us the look like, what are you doing? Can you guys not, like, put me on the internet yet?
You're not naked.
Hey, but, well.
We're doing anything embarrassing.
Hi. Yeah, so he's here.
Yeah.
And so is your wife.
Turns out.
I have my priorities.
Yeah. Is my guy. That's Jackson
Yep.
Lee Heidemann, everybody. He has
Well, I mean,
arrived on Earth.
That's the news, man.
That's the news. That's the whole show.
The end.
The end. We're done. He was born exactly on his due date. Very prompt, punctual baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah. I don't know. Do we need? Do you guys all want to hear like the story of birth, or like what's the story? Like, what do you want to do?
Well, I mean, I know.
There I was.
Yeah. I don't know. I have. All right. I mean, yeah. I mean, let's do it. Right. What was I going to talk to you about? I see now it's all just gone from my head. But I have such a. I have. Wow. Okay, I'm recuperating.
That's how my brain feels.
Well, that's what I imagine, right? For one thing, it's like, good job getting back on the podcast, doing a live stream a couple of days ago and everything.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, back into the swing of things. I wondered. I mean, everybody's there. See, now I was going to talk to you directly about your experience, and now the moms are there.
I mean, we
and
can
it's
do
like,
that. We can kick them out. Like they're gonna go bake cookies or something.
Right. Right.
Watch a movie.
They're gonna watch a movie. Okay.
Okay.
What movie?
I don't know. We don't know yet.
Okay.
Nothing.
Watch Dune.
Nothing too
Don't watch
racy.
We're not going to watch Dune.
It's not a good night to watch Dune.
We're going to watch 3 men and a baby.
Okay, 3 men and a baby.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah. Pick him up a little. There he is. There's my boy.
man.
Look at him. He's adorable as hell.
He's side-eyeing you so hard right now.
He so is, yeah. I know. He's been a sleepy guy today.
Yeah.
But he's doing great. Yeah.
He looks like an old man on.
He does look like an old man. It's
You know,
he's got like these intense forehead wrinkles.
Right.
And he's just kind of
brow.
yeah. He's such a stinker.
he is very accepting of being messy. Hi, honey. How's it going?
Greetings from home.
Such a short time since you were last here.
Yeah. It was like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, he seems very accepting of his reality.
Yeah, he's been pretty chill. He's
Yeah.
he's a chill baby so far.
Very chill, baby.
He's got
Yeah.
some stuff, like if you shit your pants.
It's,
Yeah, he does this thing where he'll like have his hand out and then just go like, the fuck? Like he'll do the universal sign for like, what the hell? So that's a good one. But like, think about it. If you shit your pants, you'd be in a bad mood too.
yeah.
And then think about shitting your pants like 8 times a day.
Right.
Right? It's uncomfortable at
And
best.
you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, you don't even know what happened.
You don't know what keeps happening to you. You don't know how to prevent it. It's
Right. Yeah.
God, that's awful. That's awful.
All right.
On the other hand, you do just get to sleep all the time.
Jack.
It's
right.
this is really intense for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do
Oh,
your
Beth,
thing.
screen time. Get him out of here.
I love it. I love it.
Bye.
Bye, Beth.
So yeah.
So I mean, I was going to launch into this how does it feel thing, but couched in this thing, like my dad tells this story of having this intense, sudden emotional reaction to me being born. So I'm the oldest, right? So he was like having this thing where it was like people talking to him the whole pregnancy, like, "Oh, aren't you gonna love that baby so much?" And he's thinking in his head like, "I'm not sure I feel anything." Like he was like, "Is there something wrong with me?" He had this thing, and then like the moment he had this like rush,
It
right?
all came down. Yeah.
And I had sort of like the total opposite reaction. Like I was just like a slow and steady becoming accustomed to the idea the whole time. And like, I didn't have any sudden feel. It was just like, by the time she showed up, it was like, hey, look, you know what I mean? And so what happened to you? How do you feel?
We didn't know if we were having a boy or a girl.
That's a big
That was a
difference.
surprise until he came out. And it was a really long labor. So Beth was in labor like 31 hours or something total, including like what we did at home. And then she pushed for like 4.5 hours. So it was long.
Which is,
very
I
hard.
understand, a very long time to push.
It was tough. So it all went well. It was just long. And by the end, it was up all night, pushing all night. He was born at 8:18 in the morning. So it was, those early morning hours from basically like, it's 3 a.m. and they're saying it's time to push. You're like, what? But yeah.
What now?
Yeah. But yeah, it was like, I don't know. I was so focused on all of the details about the pregnancy, right? Like really head in the game kind of attitude. And I think sort of like your dad, like not pushing out the emotional aspect, but like just being laser focused on objective truth and like, facts and figures and how it's happening and stuff like that. It's hard to explain, which is, I know, not the answer, but it was like, while we were pushing, it was like, we're there, we're cheering her on, she's doing great, support, whatever, which ultimately does feel useless because like you're just standing there like saying how great someone is, and it feels like a waste of breath.
And they're super upset.
Yeah, and Beth was like so exhausted physically, mentally, emotionally, hadn't really had anything to eat, was like delirious with sleep deprivation
You
and
can't
stuff.
eat. I mean, you can't.
You can't
do
like, you can a little, like you can have clear liquids and stuff and like crackers or
it doesn't
ice,
count.
and it's still nothing. So she's just like absolutely shredded.
Yeah.
And we're still like, we still have more to go.
You're
kind
on
of thing.
hour 1 4.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, when he came out, it was, that you could see the doctors are all like doing their thing, and like the labor beds that are different than like labor and delivery beds are different than other hospital beds in that they are totally modular. Like the beds come apart, they move all around. There's like different pieces that they can add on and take off, and it's a very cool setup. So they start getting all like the sterile kit stuff out, and the doctor puts on like the big gown over top everything she's wearing, and like the gloves, and like then there's a table full of like equipment that rolls out from under a cloth, like forceps and scissors and like all just the tools. And then they take the foot of the bed out, so Beth's just like like on the edge of the bed basically. And at that moment I was like, oh, we're like minutes away. We're not, because we've been like an hour away for an hour. You have that all night basically. And then things start coming apart. Other things start entering the room. New people are showing up. Like they're firing up the what do they call it? Like the warmer, basically. They're getting everything in place.
Getting the baby oven going. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's like any minute now. And everything had felt any minute now for days. And so then it's any minute now, but really, it could be like in the next 60 seconds, like this could happen, which was weird. And so then they were telling you, like, while she was pushing and stuff, they were like, okay, Dad, you're going to announce. And I'm like, what does that mean? What are you talking about?
Help me.
Nobody had told me about this. And so what they do is they like, baby comes out, they kind of,
they show you the important bits.
Outside of mom's view, they show you the important bits. And then you say like, it's a boy, it's a girl, whatever.
Okay.
And so, yeah, they did that, and they toweled him off, and then boom, right on the chest. And it was like, 0 to 100 in no time. And it was like the most, like, just straight up overwhelming, like full stop, right? Of just every feeling,
Yeah.
Of, which is, I guess, like kind of what your dad is saying. There's like this flood, this like letdown of, like, it's just, the dam breaks, and it wasn't like weepy emotional. It was just like amazement and joy and like laughter and like, oh my God. He was born at 8:18 a.m. on the 14th. So it was, the sun was coming up. It was a beautiful day, and it was shining right into our room and stuff. And it was just like, holy shit, it's all of that work, right? My whole life for the last 9-10 months. Like, this is the payoff.
Yeah.
And it's so strange. There are few things in one's life where I think you really get a slap bang kablamo. Here's the moment, this one cleaving time. So that was a crazy thing where and then I don't know if this happened to you, but you have this thing of like, I'm experiencing a life altering event. Mm-hmm. And you're like so aware of that thought and like that idea, like really trying to like observe and like take it in as best as possible so I don't forget or I don't miss something or whatever. But it was crazy. And then just like it was, all night it was chaotic. The pushing is chaotic. Beth is working her ass off like you wouldn't believe. And then he's out and he calms down and it's quiet and it's over. And it's like,
and they just let you be, and it's like suddenly you're by yourself for the first time.
They're doing all their stuff. Yeah, they're doing all their doctory things. They're helping Beth out. They're putting the bed back together. They're taking measurements, and like now they can do all of that stuff. Everything they need to do for the babies, they can do while they're skin to skin with the mother.
Oh wow!
So like he doesn't need to leave her.
They're footprinting him, and he's with her.
But a lot of that stuff they don't even need to do right away. So like they didn't footprint him for like 2 hours.
Okay.
So even like first feedings, they don't have to do for I think 18 hours now. It's wild. So you have a lot more time than you think. But it was still just like, he's here.
Yeah.
This is it. Like we're now a pod of 3. We're party of 3. And it was just, it went great.
Yeah.
Like health wise, everybody was happy, healthy, good, just exhausted, wiped out. But nothing really to complain about,
That's fantastic.
So, yeah,
there's a lot of things that can happen that you can complain about.
It's a lot of things that can happen at the last second that are like panic situations. And like there was overnight, there was some stuff like Beth was constantly changing positions to kind of help move him over the like through the pelvis, basically.
Okay.
And like turn the right way and like flip over that way. And some positions didn't work as well as others. So there was a few moments where it's like, oh, what's happening here? Move her now, kind of thing. And that was
okay.
That was a little scary at first, especially because like I was asleep for like the 2 hours of sleep I did get.
You can't prepare yourself for reading their alarm level.
Yeah, right. And especially because doctors' alarm level, like they're cool. They play it cool.
Right. And that's right. I remember that distinctly, like trying to feel out the alarm level. Like, you know, Marielle has a lot of, like, she's very concerned with health things. So like a lot of what we were going through was like, you know, her thinking that we're on the edge of some catastrophe or something, right? Like,
some like life or death thing.
They have like a heart monitor that they strap to her belly, and it's always fallen off because it's impossible. It's like impossible to get it to stay.
Yeah, it's like a big rubber band.
Right, and every time it moves and it stops going, she's like, panic level. There's something wrong with my baby, and the nurses are all outside in their room. They're all watching the screens and just chit chatting about their day, and it's like. Yeah. That's what I do. It's like I'm reading their calm level, right? And she was struggling. Yeah. So and now you're like asleep, right? And they come in and they have a moment of not calm, and it wakes you up.
They have a moment of not calm, and it's just they weren't like panicked, but it was like, okay, no, let's stop this from happening. And it was like we're moving you right now, and kind of, it was crazy. So just a long couple of days. You know, labor started. So he was born on Thursday, but labor started very late Tuesday night. So it was like, you know, all day Wednesday we went. We went to the hospital around 5 p.m. Wednesday, and then 8 a.m., 8:15 a.m. he was here. So, but we're home. We came home Saturday. Our neighbor next door is a lactation consultant, and she's the best. She's very nice, pretty killer,
pretty good,
pretty awesome. Yeah. Then there's like just all of the stuff like, oh, I forgot I have to wake up in 3 hours to feed him, or the little stuff. So I went back to work today. I was off for 2 weeks, and I went back to work today. The first day back.
Okay.
Yeah. But I work here in this office, so it's been okay. I can take 15 minutes and come down and check on folks and see what's up. And everybody at work is super cool. If I was like, hey, I got to go, they would just be like, yeah, see ya.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been really good. He's a 2-week-old, so it's not like these weeks don't count, you know.
He doesn't do anything.
Doesn't really do anything, but you can tell like, oh, you're able to lift your head a lot more today.
Right.
Just like little things like that. And it's not like he's lifting his head all the way or anything like that, but it's just little tiny things that you see this difference suddenly.
Days away from headbanging. I mean, a lot of days, but days
he's still headbanging. Like I'll hold him up here and he'll just like straight into my chest, headbanging. He hit me in the lip the other day. Yeah.
See, I was trying to make a heavy metal joke, but I think you're serious that he hits you and he headbutts you in the face. Yeah.
He does. The nurses called it headbanging. So but yeah, I mean, it was awesome. The nurse staff. Yeah, that's a good one.
Called it headbanging. Undeniable.
The staff was like amazing at the hospital and stuff. And we were ready to go home. We were ready to go home, but we were also like, can you just come with us? Because like you're doing great. And it was they had a killer setup too, where they had like 12-hour shifts, and they would come and both nurses would come in 7 a.m., 7 p.m. and they do this like passing the torch thing. Yeah. So you meet the new one with the old one there, and then like they go over all the notes simultaneously with you there, and you just fill them in on any gaps and stuff, and then they really like pass the baton over. Clipboard's yours now.
Wow, that's awesome. I don't think it was. I mean, we had obviously the nurses were great and everything. I don't remember it being like that, but oh God, I don't know if I remember much. Honestly,
that's what I mean. Like I feel like I'm with it. I'm alert. I am taking it in, and I will remember this. But I also hear that I won't.
You won't. Yeah, there's this. I mean, I think there's like a direct hormonal thing that goes on with women, of course, but I don't think it's limited to women, and not to, but also just the sleep deprivation. Like you're forming very weak, flaky memories right now, and
I am very forgetful these days.
Yeah, they will fail, and you'll reassemble them into this other thing. And I think, like I've heard, you know, you could say, you know, biologically, your your sort of like your body's intent is to forget all the stuff that was irritating about the process to give you the idea that you want to make more babies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's partly true. And like the forgetfulness is weird because I'll be in the middle of saying something and then it's like, I don't know what I was just going to say. It's gone. And it's not that like, oh, what was I just saying? It's not that feeling. It's very different.
Right. It's keys in the freezer feeling.
Yeah. Right. The feeling of why did I come in this room, but for everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyway.
Cool.
We've been going for a while. I don't need to make this like the Jack control. Yeah, his name is Jackson. We call him Jack, and he's cool. He's a cool baby.
I think it pretty much is the Jack control though, because like what the hell else, right? I mean,
what the hell else? I mean, I did not really produce a show because I had a fucking baby. But
hey, anytime you want, I can just throw on the old merch here and you you could take a little nap. The sweatshirt can come back on the show.
Yeah. Hello everybody, I'm the sweatshirt. Yeah. I did hear the episode you did while I was out.
Oh yeah.
And it was great. That was really fun.
Oh,
nice
I'm
work.
Glad. I don't know if I remember it being great, but
it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. I liked the questions. The conversation was great. We don't talk about the recording stuff nearly as much as I feel like we should or I would like to. So that was cool.
Yeah, awesome.
I do have like a few things to talk about, including I got a new pedal. I came home with a baby and bought a pedal. So, you know.
All right. Well, let's do some of our usual things. Here's thanking the Pedal Genie.
Thanks to Pedal Genie for sponsoring the Tone Control. Visit pedalgenie.com and start your wish list today.
So I really do have like nothing on my browser window that usually is full of stuff, but
that's okay.
What do you want to do? We're just going to fly by the seat of our pants.
Okay, so like the day we went to the hospital, I was like, I'm going to throw my Pedal Genie box in the mail now because I will forget.
Yeah.
So we're heading out. I'm like, just whoop, in the mailbox, flag up. See you later. I still haven't gotten a pedal back.
Okay.
And that was like 2.5 weeks ago. So I was like, so I emailed them today, like, hey, worried that my return shipment didn't get back to them.
Oh, okay.
And they wrote back like, oh yeah, everything on your wish list is out. Can you update your wish list? I was like, oh yeah, okay, sure, sorry.
That has happened to me twice before.
Yeah.
And each time I just go and add like the entire catalog of pedals that I haven't had yet. And then
I added a bunch of extra stuff. I got rid of a bunch of stuff that had been on there since day one that I was like, I guess it's just not coming because here we are year 9. So but
oh my God.
So I have one of the new UA pedals coming though. They threw that in the box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
now I'm very interested in that.
It's the modulation one. Astra, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Is that not one of the amp ones? It's one of the effects.
Okay.
The first
batch. That's better. Astra. Yeah. Matt confirms.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be here in a few days. I haven't looked into those very much at all.
That got here today, and I was like, "There's no way. There's no way." I, on my end, I'm getting ready to finish the trip of Newton's coming to New Hampshire, and so I'm blasting through work. I had some extra stuff sort of thrust onto my plate at the last second, and I meant to have some time to work Sunday and didn't. We're recording on Mondays now, by the way, everybody. So it's Monday currently. And we're leaving Wednesday morning. So I've got tomorrow to finish up one big thing that I think I can get done in a day and then also pack the car. And then my kiddo and I are going to road trip to New Hampshire, join the wife. I don't think we're going to be able to do it quite as fast as she did.
Yeah. So I guess
should we explain that? Because like
let's clarify. I guess
the audio listeners, if you
it sounds like she was just there the whole time. Yeah. So what happened was, let's rewind even further. My sister got married the day before Jack was born. So Wednesday, Beth's in labor. My sister's getting married. We could not go for obvious reasons. So my parents were up in the area. My sister got married up in Maine. Like a semi-destination wedding. It was just, a few hours away. But so they were up it wasn't like to the tropics or something. Yeah. But like it was, from Connecticut, it was far. It was like 6 hours away.
Oh, right. I don't know why I wasn't remembering Connecticut.
So it was a really small thing. We couldn't go because obviously we're doing the baby thing. But my parents were up in Maine, and our part of New Hampshire was pretty much on the way home. So we're like, man, wouldn't it be great if baby comes on time or like maybe one day late, and my parents can just stop in on their way home instead of going all the way back and blah, blah, blah. So that's exactly what happened.
Nice.
Yeah.
Swinging on through to
swinging on
their
through.
grandkid.
And so then, so my mom stayed for a week, helped out. My dad had to run home for work for his business, came back, picked her up. We had a week to ourselves. And then your wife, Marielle, came out. I don't even know what day it was anymore. Late Friday.
Yeah.
Very late Friday.
Well, it was like Saturday at before 1 a.m. or something when she arrived.
Yeah. Right. So, and we live very near the airport in town. So I just 15 minutes away went and picked her up. And so she's helping out this week, which is working out great because I am back to work this week and it's just generally been awesome. So like honestly, of the extra hands.
It was such a tenuous plan. I'm thinking like 2, 3, 4 months ago, we were like laying this all out and it was like.
Because you had to buy a plane ticket.
And then if all this falls into place, and then it does. How great.
It did. It was perfect.
Yeah.
So, and then you guys are coming out for a little vacay road trip thing. Yeah. And this weekend
we visit for a short time. Then you guys are taking off, right?
We're taking off to my sister's wedding reception. Yeah. So it's gonna be a wild time.
Did they put off the reception because of baby?
No.
Okay. No, so they were always planning on doing this.
Yep. So they had their wedding. And then they went on their honeymoon for like 10 days. And then they came back and it's like, they've been back since last Wednesday. And then the thing is this coming weekend. So they got a week and a half back home. And everybody, like all the family, all the friends, everybody, that's going to be like a big proper wedding reception. But it's like hyper casual. It's in a park. We're getting barbecue catering, shorts and a t-shirt. So,
wow. So, I mean, there on like 6 different levels. That is such a great idea. I mean, like if separate. I mean, besides the timing is all like unbelievably fantastic, considering uncontrollable circumstances. But like now, I'm thinking back to our wedding. Like, of course, you should just go on your honeymoon and then come back. And after you're chilled out, then you should have your fucking wedding reception.
Have a fucking blast of a party.
Idea. My wedding reception, I practically don't remember.
And you guys were like driving to Ohio the next day.
Oh, right. We did that stupid thing too. Fuck. We moved the day after we got married like idiots.
And then we were like, hey, Justin, you know what we should do? We should start a podcast.
We should start a fucking podcast. Oh my God. Okay. And then that brings us to today. And this is episode 220 episodes later, everybody. Oh my God. What a weird
year. This fall, in about a month, 9 years.
Yeah.
Why are we not more famous? I'm a little bitter about it. I'm not lying. Anyway, let's talk about some stuff. Okay. So this is a little bit of administrative detail week, I guess. We don't have a lot of show news, but that's fine. Okay. So here's some final details on our Planned Parenthood fundraiser. If you're just catching up, by the time you hear this, it's unfortunately too late. But we've been running a fundraiser and a giveaway. We're giving away a Loud Louder dual boost from Chatterbox Effects. Chatterbox is local to the Northeast here where I am. And Chad over there has very generously donated his pedal at 100% cost so we can give it away for donations to Planned Parenthood. So for every $10 you donate, you get 1 entry into the giveaway. So $100, you get 10 entries.
And this is all past tense because we were ending it today and everybody's pretty much done their thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's totally killer is as of now, and like, yes, technically some donations can come in through the rest of the night.
Yeah.
As of now, we have $300 in donations from listeners. Super proud of that. I love it. Because Chad has donated the pedal at cost, at 100% on him, we, the Tone Control, are able to match your donations at 100% as well, meaning total, we're throwing in $600, like between listeners and us.
Yeah, so that's like the community gift. Yeah.
Unbelievably proud. I'm so pumped at how well this went. We've got a couple other things like in the works. Like I think hoping that there's a few other lingering last minute donations that I've been hearing about. But as of now, like
so
we're
that
confirmed.
number may actually go up a little bit, but we'll see.
It can only go
and
up, yeah.
I mean, I'm thrilled. We talked beforehand about like what, like Derek and I were like planning this out. Like for one thing, at first it was like, let's match, let's see, what can happen. And then Chad volunteers the pedal. He's like, you can have it. And it's like, well, in that case, we have enough, like this is what we're doing with essentially Patreon funds, right? So it's like we have enough that we can totally match. There is an upper limit there. I'm proud.
Yeah, when we're like, is this gonna go well?
We're
like,
almost to it, but we are going to be able to keep our word and actually match and not run out of money. But that's fantastic because we're basically going to use it all up, which is exactly what I wanted to do, right?
Yeah, I can't believe how well it's gone. And the emails I've gotten from people with their donation receipts, they're like, this is fucking great. Here's $50 or whatever it is. People are so thrilled to be a part of it. And it just warms my heart. I love it. So if you're listening live right now and want to donate, do it. But yeah, I mean, so we're going to let it run through tonight, of course. And we have like a few loose ends to tie up. And of course we got to talk with Chad, but we will call a winner soon and contact that person and we'll figure it all out.
Yeah. So by the time the next episode comes, we will have called the winner, I guess. Should we call it on the episode? They'll know. That's how we'll do it, right? They'll know already when we record, and then we'll announce it on the episode. I think we had talked about seeing if Chad could come on the show.
I have not mentioned that to him yet, but yeah.
That's right. We got a couple of weeks. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, man.
How great.
Love it. I would love to do this kind of thing again in the future. Horrible news notwithstanding, but
right.
Like I don't want to have a reason to donate to Planned Parenthood again. But I would think doing like the donation thing for entries, that's a cool model. And maybe we could find something that's in the future maybe more focused on like music and the arts or something like that.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of things, right? Yeah. That would be great.
So yeah, man. And just a little more administrative detail, I guess. New Patreon tiers are coming soon. We're just working the final details of that out. We wanted to like get through baby time and like rearrange our record schedule to Mondays, which is what we're doing now first. So a $3 and a $5 tier are coming soon. More details will be out on Patreon. So if you're already a supporter, you'll see an update there.
There is a thing you'll need to click. Yep.
You need to, if you're already donating or not donating, if you're already like pledging more than the $2 tier, you need to move yourself over. We can't be moving patrons. There we go. Because then we could like, get into some trouble. So
yeah, they don't let you do that. And it makes sense.
They don't. Yeah. So, okay. That's the stuff, I think.
All right. That's the business. In that case, let's see. So I'm going to play a sound. All right. So here's what's up. That's an oldie, obviously from before we were even doing drums. So that's the DLS. Do you remember that guy?
Oh, the dirty little secret.
Yeah, so isn't that a tube screamer?
It's a Marshall.
That's what it was. Was it a Blues Breaker model or something?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's like a JCM 800.
Pedal expert. What's the dirty little secret modeled on? Pedal expert in the chat. All right, so anyway, so this right now that you're hearing.
Right now you're hearing my bypass tone.
Oh, right now you're hearing a bypass. What you're hearing right now, everybody, is bypass tone. So great job on the bypass tone.
Actually, that's not the one I got. I got the Mini. I got a Nobles ODR Mini. I'm going to post a link in the chat.
Oh, did I grab
Bingo.
Oh, shoot. Look at me. All right.
That's fine.
Link in the chat. We're just going to open that sucker right up. Oh, we're going to straight to the Sweetwater.
Go straight to Sweetwater, dude.
Let's go straight to Sweetwater. So, what does $79 get me from Nobles?
So the Noble's ODR-1 is like the other green overdrive that has been getting a lot of attention the last few years. Like it's always been one of those pedals. It's like the Nashville secret, right? Everybody in the know has known about the ODR-1, and it's finally been gaining some traction elsewhere. So like YouTube.
See, Matt says likely a blues breaker style.
Okay.
So, hey, that's a victory for me because I fuck up a lot.
So the ODR-1 it's green. It's not a tube screamer. The ODR-1 is totally its own thing. Okay. And they are cheap. They are cheap pedals, and they are like a secret weapon pedal. So the ODR-1, the original, the big box version, is like $110. Like they're really affordable. As they've gained some popularity over the last few years, they put out a mini, and it's $80. And I've been snooping on Reverb for a long time, seeing if I can because I'm so cheap, seeing if I could really squeak out a deal on one of these. Because like, when a pedal's $80, like how much room is there in the used market? How much are you really going to save? Right.
Are you asking me for an answer?
But like that's the thing. Like that's the problem with like low priced things.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, if you save $10, you may as well just buy a new one at that point.
Right.
I got this motherfucker for $50 with free shipping.
Whoa. So that's like that's like at least like a 40% discount.
Killer, right? Like how good a deal is that?
Yeah.
And it's mint condition. It's like brand new. Came with the
mint
box.
Colored.
Yeah. Look, I got the box. Eric, look. It came with a box.
It came with
Eric's
a box.
not even here.
Eat shit, Eric.
I got the box. Fuck off.
Fuck right off.
But anyway, I like it a lot. I've only had it a couple days and I have a baby now, so I'm not exactly playing a lot of guitar. But yeah, here's my bypass tone into the rev. And it's got controls for drive, level, and spectrum. So I'm going to just put everything at noon.
Tell me about that spectrum.
ODR-1, the ODR circuit, really known for its bass forward sound, which I would agree with. So the spectrum.
It sounds like chorused. Is that just Discord doing that to me?
That's probably my guitar bleeding through the mic.
Oh, really?
Because I have my hollow body here, which is very loud.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. This is the guitar on.
So it might have been the acoustic. Your mic opening up, Discord opening up your mic, and okay.
Here, I'll mute. I gotta.
No, that mutes your guitar too.
Oh, it does. Damn it.
Well, because Discord only has one channel, you know.
So. Okay, so it sounds huge.
I'm gonna go back when I edit and I'll listen to it real.
Okay. Step away. I'll step away. I'll turn around.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
So anyway, it's an ODR-1.
It does have a thick bottom. I can tell. I can tell she's got a thick bottom.
Pause.
Pause. Perfect.
She's got a thick bottom. Okay, 2 C's? Yep. Probably.
I mean, it's got to be.
So I got a little more level here. I'll bring the drive up a little. And then I'm just going to like put the spectrum on 10 and you can hear the difference.
All right, and swing it down.
To 0 or to noon?
I mean, to 0. Yeah, what's the... So, is it like... No, because it doesn't lose all the bottom when it's at 0, but it's both quieter... It's both quieter and kind of a tone cut at the same, like a high cut at the same time. Yeah.
I think it sounds really cool. I like.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I
neat.
like it a lot. And for $50, there's no reason you shouldn't have one. That's what I'm saying.
It should be in everybody's cabinet.
It should. It should. It's cool. And it's small. It's a mini. So like fits everywhere. I think I'm out of tune.
I heard you sort of trying to stealth check it there while you're playing. Not that bad.
Not that bad. It's got a lot of sounds under the hood. Yeah, turning the spectrum down does make it quite a bit quieter.
So that sounds
fuzzy
to me like the spectrum is probably ahead of the drive in the circuit, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
That's why it's getting quiet.
The classic tone control riff. You like that?
It really does. Like, I have like a sense memory about that riff.
I just unlock a core memory.
I just felt something there just now.
Yeah.
But also, that sounds eerily similar to the tone you used for that originally way back, which was, by the way, Amp Farm or Pod Farm or something, wasn't it?
Something like that,
or Bias. One of those softwares. It was like back in the old times.
Yeah. Was that the Mayflower? It might have been the Mayflower. I don't know.
Hold on.
But yeah, I still play that riff.
You're absolutely right. It was the Mayflower, and I just happen to have that queued up on my board right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my like go-to riff check on most pedals.
like if you're playing out, they're like, guitar, give me a sound check.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want feedback from the listeners. I need to know if you guys, because I'm like super happy right now talking about the tone control riff, right? Like, I need to know, listeners, did you feel that when I felt that? Because I think this is this is core to what the tone control is, and we're talking about it right now. I'm so excited.
It's a fun riff.
So here's the trouble.
New tone control challenge. Learn the riff. It's all
okay.
pentatonic.
Shoot, I might have to get out a guitar.
Nah,
okay.
it's an easy one.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway, that's it. I got the nobles. It's cool.
Well, the other thing I was going to add was, now that we've just been bouncing back and forth between the Mayflower, that Mayflower like hook thing, that's always been one of my favorite little
the stabs.
The stabs, yeah, like whatever we call them. Stingers, you know.
Yeah,
and
I like
now
that one
you're
too.
playing it on the nobles, and I'm like, that sounds better. You're beating the like I have this in my mind. The Mayflower is this like ideal mid gain drive, you know.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, well, what the fuck do I do now?
Well, so is the nobles. Like, that's the thing. It's an ideal middle gain drive.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, for $50, it's very small, or $80. You probably wouldn't do.
I mean, it's not like it's a bad deal at $80.
God, no.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
The big box one is more expensive. Just get the mini.
Get the damn mini.
Get the damn mini. It's called Natural Overdrive.
What's wrong with you? Natural
Overdrive.
Wow.
As opposed to unnatural.
Yeah, I mean.
Maybe we'll call it like a normal overdrive, as opposed to a paranormal overdrive. It came with Velcro on it too. Like, hell yeah. It's one of these mini cases that has the little space built into it for a Velcro tab, and they just put it on. So
nice.
Blink, good to go.
Blink. Pretty cool.
Yar, dude. Pretty rad. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, just punching microphones. Should we?
I turned my amp off.
So the Pedal Genie box, I actually didn't bring it even to the studio, so I can't even go get it if I wanted to. So fuck it.
Don't.
Who cares? Should we do a Pedal Genie anyway? I mean,
yeah, we should throw them some love.
We should. Well, I don't think, unless I missed something in general chat today, I don't think we picked a GIF.
We did not. Let's pick one right now.
What do you think, Matt? GIF equals confusion.
Okay, confusion GIFs.
Confusion GIFs. All right, I can't wait to see what the hell's going to happen with this. All right, buckle up.
Pedal Genie is like the Netflix of guitar pedals. Rent any pedal you want for as long as you want, for one low monthly price. Shipping is included and there are no late fees or time limits. With over 1,500 pedals to try from nearly 100 different manufacturers, Pedal Genie definitely has the gear you want to try. Subscriptions start with Flex at just $22 a month. Try out one pedal at a time for as long as you want. Send it back when you're ready for the next one. For only $47 a month, the standard subscription includes shipping, so you could have a different pedal every few days. If one isn't enough for you, Pedal Genie Pro gets you 3 pedals at a time for only $77 a month. Shipping included. There's a subscription for everyone, and best of all, your first month is free. If you find the pedal of your dreams, the one you just have to keep, Pedal Genie will offer you a buyout option. Prices vary with the length of your membership and the type of pedal, but you'll definitely get an awesome price for the pedal in your hand. So head to pedalgenie.com to fill up your wishlist with pedals, and they'll send out your first pedal ASAP. Pedal Genie. All your pedal wishes granted.
I just scroll way down. I want to pick one more good one. Wait. I think I found a gem.
Yeah.
Oh, here's
Amazing.
another double. What
Love
even
it.
is that?
Well done, everybody.
All right, well done. Okay. And by everybody, I mean the 3 of us, because we're really, this whole thing is being carried by Matt right now. Let's be real.
Hey, you want to do a thing of the week and then get out of here?
Yeah, you know what? Let's. I'm gonna let you go because of course I didn't fucking prepare anything.
Okay.
All right, I'll make something up. Go ahead.
Let me make this right. I got an Elgato Stream Deck, which is right here. It's this nifty little box with a bunch of, you know what this is, Justin. These are all tiny.
Do. I think the
LCD.
Elgato website is causing me encoding lag. I'm going to tell them all about that. It's fine. You're going to tell them about it. So we're not even going to
so these are all like little screens, and there are buttons, and I can assign these to whatever I want. Typically, these are used for a lot of like video game streaming. That's like the Elgato brand primarily. But
I mean, really any streaming, because it's just like live control, right? You need macro
live
buttons.
control. And it's a macro button 15 key thing that you can really use for any kind of workflow. So I have stuff in here for like my Final Cut workflow.
Right.
I've got things for my, I can change my, let's see, can I turn my lights off? I can.
You got it into your house?
Yeah, I got it into my Philips Hue. I can like change all my lights and stuff, which is super rad.
Wow.
I've got like it's launching apps on my computer. It's got my like media controls. I also have all my live stream stuff here for the podcast live streams on YouTube. So I click into this folder and I've got like a button for setup, which just launches all of my streaming programs. So like Logic, OBS.
Oh, nice.
Helix, like everything that I'm using, boom, one button. I've got a button for a 5-minute timer. So when I hit my go live button, I can hit a 5-minute countdown to like, it rings a bell and lets me know it's time to go live.
Yeah.
And then I've got all these different scenes from OBS saved here. So I've got like my intro thing, like starting soon, a big camera, like it's just my face. Then I set up all new stream stuff over on OBS,
right,
which you can see in the latest live stream. So I've got like a window capture for Logic, a window capture for Helix. And then I'm using my other webcam that I use for work. I just unplug it, plug it over here. And I have a new like desk down pedal cam. So I'll be able to like show the pedal on my desk and like how I'm changing the knobs and stuff.
Sweet.
Other stuff like just muting my mic. I have a button that sends a tweet from the tone control that says we're live on YouTube.
Awesome.
It's killer, dude. And I've got some other stuff. So I've got like the tone control for podcast night. I've got a setup thing, which again launches Discord, launches the show notes, launches my notes app, turns the lights on, turns my notes app on to the show title screen and Logic. And it puts me in Discord, puts me in the voice chat, and mutes me. So I can just unmute. It's fucking awesome.
Jesus, dude, you've really hit it.
It's oh god, and like I was thinking about this, like I want to take the time to like really set up the stream to be better because it was pretty clunky at first. I really rushed through it in order to go live in the first place. So I really like spiffed it up visually, and now with this, I can just be like, oh, take a look at this pedal, and like, oh, just off screen, kind of click down and change my camera view, and we can like, look at the pedal up close. Like while we're talking about it.
Without having to hold it up and
Yeah. And because it's all tied into my desk, like with the power supply and my amp or the HX Stomp or whatever, it's hard to like lift it up with like 4 cables attached to something and be like, look, it's here.
Yeah, so, and then arrange them again on the way down.
Right. So it's so cool. And I mean, I can have it do all kinds of other stuff. It's got like infinitely nestable folders. So you can have like folder buttons and stuff. So I've got like 2 tone control things. One is for streaming, one is for podcast night.
So you get your other buttons the hell out of the way. You're not looking at a bunch of stuff you don't need to use in that situation. Yeah.
Right. So like my home screen has all my like hue lights and my calendar and some other stuff. Like I don't need that when I'm doing streaming. So that goes away. And I have like my torpedo thing for the Rev and OBS and mic muting and Discord and stuff like that. And it's just fucking sick. Like it handles all of it so well. There is like an app store for the Stream Deck as well. So developers are making all kinds of cool shit like the Hue stuff, the Philips Hue stuff, just anything else you could think of. And it's all free. Like all the apps are free. You just install them and it runs great. Like it's Mac PC compatible. Like it does everything. I'm really happy with it. I got the version 2, which now is effectively the same hardware, but it includes this cool stand, which is just like
the stand on the old one was a little. All the reviewers said it was a little weak.
It caused it to lay more like this, right? It would kind of be on your desk, much lower and more flush to the desk, But now puts it up at like
I
this
thought there was
angle.
a stand before, but it was like flip out or something. There was something weird about it that didn't work as well.
Yeah, it had like a kickstand function or something. Okay. But this is more like it's in there, and it's very cool. It's like
and there's
all
changeable
customizable
faces,
up front.
so you can get like custom made or custom painted faces for it or something.
Yeah, Elgato sells them. I think they're magnetic. They just snap on.
Yeah.
But it's been really fun, and you can just kill a lot of time customizing it. And like, oh, I just want this button here and that button there. So I'm able to like tell it like a launch sequence. Basically, I'm going to start podcast night, so I click my setup button, and you can add in all these like delay times. So if you want Logic to open first and then like give it a couple minutes to like boot up, then 30 seconds later launch Discord, you can tell it that.
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude. It's like $150. I got it on Amazon somehow for like $120. It was just one of those weird Amazon moments.
There's a mini too. Like if you wanted fewer buttons, it's only like 9 buttons or something.
It's 6. So there's a 6 button, which is the mini.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the regular one, the 15 button, and then there's a 36 button XL.
Right. And I've seen frames too where people have like combined 2 regulars or whatever to make an XL kind of. But yeah,
they even make a foot switch for it too.
Yes.
Now, like you can have like a 3-button foot switch.
Yeah, it's basically the form factor of one of those foot switches
like racing.
Well, I was going to say like stenographer's foot switch, because it's not like a game pedal. Like it doesn't have analog control, but it's like the form factor of a stenographer's thing. Because if you've ever seen people who do transcriptions or stuff like that, they operate play stop on their equipment with pedals because they need their hands for typing. And but it's a form factor of that. But I remember Elgato, that like there's extra features. Elgato really kind of they always put in a couple of little things that it's like, oh, that seems like it's like something that seems like maybe it's an ancillary feature, but really it helps a lot. It's that's the kind of company I think that Elgato is. It's not. There's always a cheaper competitor, like whatever product you can find, if it's a button box, if it's a camera, if it's whatever, there's a cheaper competitor out there, but there's a reason that the Elgato one is probably worth the money.
They are great at making the one you actually want. Yeah. Like that's the thing. They make the good one. And it's true for a lot of their other products too. This thing is great. And I started doing some research like, okay, what about the Stream Deck for non-streamers, right? There's got to be a market there. And they're
tons.
Totally
audio people they have them all the time for Q and just
it's
like
huge.
you were talking about. Yeah.
Like for Final Cut, it's great. You can have all the tools right there.
Yeah.
You can have all like the, running your export functions and stuff. It's awesome, man. It's the Elgato Stream Deck. Go get one.
Yeah, that's great. I have some Elgato. I mean, they have kind of, at this point, they sort of have a whole suite of things. You could have like a whole Elgato setup. I have a Wave XLR, which is an interface. They have microphones for streaming, but this is just an interface with it's just an XLR input, but it has the Elgato features. So, I mean, it's a nice preamp. It's running my RE20. Like this is my 320 on my stream computer. I have my RE20 hooked up. It powers that just fine. It's a dynamic mic. It needs a lot of output. It's a good preamp, but it's got all this mixing stuff on the back end. Like it's got all these virtual inputs, and it just kind of takes care of it all. And I have a capture card from them as well. And actually, this camera, this is my phone, but it's running Elgato's app, which is called Epic Cam. And there's a free version, by the way, which you can check out. It has a little bit of reduced resolution and stuff, but the Pro is only like $7 or something. This is better than any webcam you could buy for $300. And it consumes my phone, right, when I'm using it, but but
you're also doing the podcast now.
I can't
you're not
escape
on your phone.
Yeah, I can't. Well, right. I'm not going to use my phone during this time anyway, and I can't escape it. Like anytime I look at I would have to buy like a mirrorless camera or something in order to get this to achieve better quality, right? So I've been, like I said, I've been using their capture card, and I did try other capture cards first too, and they were flaky and weird. And this thing is rock solid. Every time I boot it up, it works. Actually, right before we came on, Elgato's Discord channel apparently picked me for being member of the month for June.
All right. Did you win a Stream Deck?
I don't. Well, they asked for some info. I don't know. I think it's probably like swag. It's probably not like a product. But I think they're going to send me something. I don't know because I'm in there all the time. I don't really poke around much in their Discord, but I'm in the Wave. The Wave is like the microphone and the Wave XLR. I'm in that channel all the time. People are always asking questions, and obviously, like that's my expertise. So I'm always like. I was like, slow your roll. Let me tell you, dear streamer, about what you need to know from an audio perspective, because most of the guides about like streaming when it comes to audio are garbage. It's like put a compressor in your voice and then put a gate on your voice, and like everybody's always, here's my presets, and it's got enhancers on the bass and enhancers on the top end and all this like harmonic synthesizers and like unbelievable stuff that you would never put on a voice unless you wanted to sound like a fucking insane person. And it's always like, oh man, I'm having noise problems. I'm trying to use a gate, but I can't get it to work. Yeah, because you've got a game computer sitting on your desk, because at some point it became culturally cool to put your computer on your fucking desk with all the bright lights and everything.
All the fucking, the RGB, yeah.
I've got 100 fans that are all blowing in my face and churning air through it. Why is there noise on my mic? Are you fucking serious? So anyway, I'm always in there answering people's questions, and the answer is always, why the fuck would you do that? But
let me ask you this: why?
But apparently Elgato appreciates that, so they asked me for my info.
Awesome.
So anyway, that happened literally 5 minutes before I came out here to start talking. So it was funny when you put Stream Deck in there. So
love it.
Cool. Let's see. I'm gonna do a because they do. Wait.
They don't have to jump in. They just have you saying, "Why the fuck would you do that?" Not them.
I suppose that's true. Half the time, though, the answer to the question that's being asked is literally a link to the help page for whatever microphone, because it's like, how do I set this up for dual PC streaming? Copy paste. I'm the passive aggressive copy paste.
Let me Google that for you.
Because it's always like, oh, I tried it and it's not working. Help. And I'm like, need more info. I'll tell you what. You follow all the instructions in the Elgato guide that they kindly provided for you, and tell me what step. Tell me the number of step that you got stuck at, and then I'll help you, is usually what I say. And then usually they don't even come back because they're not paying attention anyway, right? Or it worked, right? But it's like, like, if you're not going to do the most basic reading of anything, you know, like they put this stuff together, you know, they put this stuff together. Okay. Let me hit you a thing of the week. This is a cheapy walkie-talkie that I got on Amazon.
Oh, nice.
This is I got these in a 3-pack. They come in a 4-pack also. They're rechargeable on with a USB-C plug. They have more features than I would want. They have like, you could plug headphones into them and like a squelch, like if you're on a bike, so you didn't have to push the button. But we just use them regular. They have a bunch of channels. They have encryption if you want to turn it on. Whoa. And this is now what my kiddo takes to bed. So if she needs to talk to us, she can just radio down, and they have like a 1.5 mile range. So like theoretically,
I love it.
Not that I would like leave my kid in the house unattended, but like if I wanted to walk around the cul-de-sac with the dogs or like be in the front yard or something, like you know what I mean? And she feels pretty safe about, you know, it's like, this is sort of, we had a camera, we had like a baby cam thing for a long time. It's a pain when we travel because she's really used to having it. She, you know, she's not 13 yet. Like she likes when we're in contact with her still.
Right, right.
This is the solution, right? Because we're out at a hotel. I'm like, I'm not going to set up the camera. I can't connect it to hotel Wi-Fi, so I have to carry around a router. I have done that before, just so you guys know. This is one of the things that you do when you have a kid. I have carried a router with me when I traveled to hook her camera up to. So the last time we just like had our phones call each other, and we just put a phone in the room, and she could just speak. So then I thought, why don't I just spend $40 on 3 cheapy walkie-talkies that are rechargeable, and it's fantastic.
That's the killer thing. Yeah.
It's fantastic. And she, you know, it gets like interference once in a while. So she turns it off when she's going to sleep. But like now I come down, I put her to bed, come downstairs, you know, channel 12, check. And she's like, channel 12, check. She feels all cool. And then like sometimes she asks me questions if she has a question or something. And then it's like, okay, her reading time is over. Like, I'm going to sleep now, turn off the walkie-talkie, over and out. I'm like, love you, hon, over and out. It's fantastic. And I've got it out here with me because, like, obviously
because you walkie and you talkie. Because
wife took off in the car when we started the episode, and she's not here anymore. Right. So, so I have it here, and if she wakes up and turns on her walkie, she could call me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean,
it
really doesn't matter. I got the one that's I mean, you can't say this because it's, you know, it's one of these Chinese things. NXGKET. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? That's the name of this product.
And you know, it's like, I would love that just around the house sometimes because, like, like we all do it. You text your spouse from across the house, and
try across the couch, buddy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know, or like in our case, like just from upstairs to downstairs. Like, I'll just like walk down the stairs. It's fine. Walkie-talkie is kind of a nice feature. You know, like you just like. Breaker one. You know, that whole the aesthetic of walkie-talkie is very appealing.
It's pretty bad. And I hang it on my hip, right? It's like, well, and these things keep happening too.
Do you have a cool belt clip for it?
Well, no, it has a thing right on it. I don't even have to get a belt clip for it. It fucking comes this way. So
awesome.
So I'm like, you know, she says something to me. She routinely doesn't squeeze the button enough. So like I hear, Dad, because she's like failing to hold it down, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you're breaking up there, Aria. Come on back now. And she goes, what does that mean? And I have a whole conversation with her about it. And Marielle looks at me like, you're going to have to explain that to her now. And sure enough, she comes back on after. There's like a pregnant pause. And then she goes, what does that mean? Come on back now. And I tell her over and out. I had to explain that the first time I said it to her.
That's so great.
I came down one night and she likes channel 12. It seems to not get very much interference. So I think we're settling on channel 12 in our neighborhood. So I was like, come downstairs, like, channel 12, check. What's your 20?
Yeah.
Daddy, what does what's your 20 mean? And the answer is, I don't fucking know. I heard it on TV.
I used to be I kind of know what it means. I used to be a PA. I was a production assistant for a little while after college. And I was first day on set. I had a walkie on my belt with a big one, you know, like one of the like big like radio walkies. A real one with like a coily thing up into my earpiece. and there was like a lav button you'd click. So because you need your hands, you could just like click the thing on your shirt. And somebody needed me, and they're like, Derek, what's your 20? And I was like, I don't know what that means. And I just sort of ignored it. And they were like, hello? They were trying to get me. And I just like walked in the other room because I knew where the woman was who was trying to reach me. Yeah. And I was like, people don't know what this means. Like you're just, I don't know what that means. And it means like, where are you?
Yeah. Okay. Because like I know from TV that I have inferred that means like what's your status or what's going on with you or something like that, right? So it's like I know that much enough to be dangerous, but like that's so funny. It just hands you something.
And I was just like, what? And just like context clues, like I kind of just went inside, like, do you need me for something?
I better go see her.
Yeah. Oh, so goodness. Awesome. Okay. Shall we call it?
Yeah. Hey, I feel like I've seen some new yellow names in Discord. Is that just people changing their name in Discord?
I think so. Also,
we have new
Matt,
Patreons?
shout out to Matt in the wrong chat right now. He's talking about radio etiquette in New Gear Day, not the live channel. How embarrassing.
Oh, no.
You hate to see it.
20 is location. Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, there's some new Discord names, I think, mostly.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah. I messaged Eric's on vacation, and I messaged him saying, like, hey, I need a new name for you for tonight, and he did not get back to me yet. So I think it's up to us. Okay. I think what do you want to call him? Should we just call him by his real name?
The true punishment.
Let's switch it up.
All right. So yeah, I'm glad to be back. You know, if you listen to the audio version.
Wait a second.
What?
You're glad to be back? I'm
glad to be back in our normal format, is I think what I meant. Okay. And then I didn't complete the sentence. My wife accuses
Justin, you didn't go anywhere.
Mario accuses me all the time of Justin wasn't present last Friday. Let's just put the sweatshirt back up. I just gotta throw the sweatshirt back.
Oh, get ready. Here we go.
Hold on, I gotta drag it up above you. Here we go. This is so stupid.
I'm a sweatshirt.
If I leave it up there long, I think I can change it. I think I mapped a key to changing it. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. See, I don't have a Stream Deck, so I mapped
I'm a coffee mug.
I mapped keyboard keys to change the slideshow. That's so I could
love it.
I could have it go through. You're a pickle. Hold on. Wait, we're almost there. There you go.
Oh yes.
Jar of pickles. Oh, it's so good. Okay.
So good.
We're getting rid of that. I got distracted. I feel like I was saying something about something my wife does. Anyway. Oh, she accuses me of starting sentences and not finishing them all the time because my mind moves on. Like, that
your mind is like, no, this one's stupid. Move on.
That thought is old. I'm on to a new thought now. I'm glad to be back in our usual format. This was very fun, even though almost no guitar was talked about. But obviously, good things are afoot, and it's awesome. So, so that all that remains is to. Justin runs away. All that remains is to thank our patrons. So the thing about Patreon is you can find it at patreon.com/thetonecontrol. It's a good place to be. It's a good website just to check it once in a while. Check it just to see maybe you want to move yourself into a new tier that has shown up. I'm just saying, check it once in a while. It's worth it. It's worthwhile. And if you want to check us out on Discord, it's discord.io/tonecontrol, and it's basically the best. And there's lots of fun discussions on all kinds of topics, including the guitar, going on in there all the time. And so we thank our patrons desperately. And if that was a weird thing to say,
that was weird.
For as little as $1 a month, you can support the Tone Control and the fun things that we do, like creating these massive, multiple $100 gifts to Planned Parenthood in this time of stupid that we find ourselves in. And upgrading that to $2 or more per month gets you into the super secret club in Discord. And then beyond that, we're going to have extra tiers, which we have talked about before, and we'll talk about again when they go live. Extra special new super duper things. So, I mean, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. So now it's time to thank the persons. Thank you, patrons. That includes Carson Ricketts, Nick Greenwood, Timmy S., Matthew Fenslaw, Reisenwolf, Jamie Evans, Jeffrey Wright, Doug King, Doug Gann, Righteous Ryan Johnson, Steve Huffman, Jonas Sabatini, Eric. Wait, I forgot whether it's a soft or hard G already. It's been so long since I had to say his real name. You know what? Fuck you, Eric. Brian Gower from the Tone Jerks podcast. Matt at Mako Guitars. Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove. And Doug Christ of 37 Effects. Is it the page scroll? Nope, that's it. All right. I didn't miss anybody on page scroll. That's bitten me in the past. So, all right. That's it. See you guys next time.
That's it. Bye now.
Bye.